is going to be our first interview with you guys out there about the past. And let's see where we can go with this and what I can bring to this interview, what Alan can bring to it. So, Al, why don't you just start?
Okay, well, of course, I met you back in high school. What was it, like
Yes.
10th, 11th grade? Was it before that, ninth grade? I can't
Oh,
remember
no,
how.
yeah, it was before that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I came to Levittown Memorial in 8th grade.
Right.
I seventh grade over at Wisdom Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Came to Memorial in 8th, and that's probably when I started met you guys.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Yeah, because I got to know Vinny pretty fast, and then got to know you guys more through him.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And of course, I was always a library haunter, always looking for books to read and things.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, you were.
And
And
of course, we all
somehow
like the horror and stuff.
and somehow we became you, me, our friend Vinny, guys, who you don't know, and our friend Bobby. We all became the four amigos and started hanging out together. And that's how Alan and I know each other. And unfortunately, in the 80s, after high school, Alan moved out to California.
Yep.
I remained in Long Island and then moved down here to North Carolina. So years and years later, we had hooked up on Facebook, found each other, and I found out he was a author on Amazon, a published author, 5 star.
Yay!
Who knew?
Yep. And I owe a lot of that creating the para-Earths, which is basically a concept of parallel Earths that don't necessarily involve human history changing, but Earth's history, because Earth had a history way before the first humans ever showed up.
Right.
So I started speculating on, well, what if an asteroid that missed us hit the planet when it was still developing? How would that change what kind of life forms would end up evolving on the planet? Because it could
Sure.
change the whole environment. And that the fact of keeping with the concept of parallel realities stand close enough together to each other, we're surrounded by them. And what if once in a while they brushed up and an opening came and one of those life forms came into our world? I got to mix horror and science fiction and paranormal all in one shot.
Sure. Sure. Exactly. And that's you got your Para Earth series, and that, ladies and gentlemen, you can check that out on his Amazon shop and check out Nathan. He's pretty cool. But
And
I'm
then
sorry.
you were telling me about the story that you had started involving pure science fiction with time travel. Excuse me. And you had the time travel and Rich gets the science down so nicely and it makes sense. And you asked me to check it out and whatnot and give some
Thank you.
pointers here and there. And then from there, we started just kicking around. You asked if we could do something together one day, and we just started kicking around thoughts, ideas, weird stuff. Because I just started working on Nathan, who's our first science fiction vampire over in the Para Arts.
That
We
is
wanted to do something different.
okay. Okay. So from there, ladies and gentlemen, this is funny. This endeavor. Now, this our book right now is 5 year about 5 years in the making,
Yeah.
and it actually started as literally as a joke, and because right, Alan's laughing because I think he remembers it. We were on a Skype session, and we were talking about the book I had asked him to look into, the time travel one, which I had fondly called From a Distance, right? From a Distance. And I admittedly even said it was dry. It was too techy. The reader would not get it. There were some scenes you really even didn't understand that you needed some clarification from me, which I even gladly said, yeah, yeah, I understand that. And then I just jokingly said, Al, your books are simplistic in your titles. And you went, what do you mean? The book, no, the book, the bridge, the ship, the whatever.
What a door.
I said, God forbid you ever made anything out of the pass. And you were like, what are you talking about? I said, Donner's Pass. And you were like, wait a minute. I said, yeah, throw some zombies in there and you got something. He was like, and somehow we started talking about it for about 5 minutes, and Alan said, give me something. And I went, what the hell are you talking about? And he goes, write me up a beginning. A beginning of what, Al? He goes, get your thoughts together, give me a plot, and write up a preamble. And I did. And that's when those words came out. Kiefer O'Connor sat in the Black Stallion Saloon, pinging a gold coin on. And that's where it started, and it just gained life. And we drew from actual, um, real life, actual uh, historical historical from
Events.
history. From history, and it is now. I'm going to be telling him some stuff later, guys, after this ends. That's going to kind of get him even more blown away. He's looking at me now like, oh, now. Um, but you can't make this stuff up, people. Um, and it just took on a life of its own. He had at one point thought we were going to put this in the Power Earth series, but it grew so much that it's now totally something different. It wouldn't even fit. It can't fit.
It's becoming a series of its own.
Yes, yes. And from my thinking about it, I was thinking about it last night. We have the makings. Right now, we have two books, like literally two books. We had to split it up. Correct?
Yep.
We have so much mythology from the cultures involved. There are definitely three books
More than that coming.
from the plot line that we have. There can be four books with all the characters, which I will give to you later from the more stuff I found out. It's insanity.
Oh yeah,
But
this is becoming an ongoing series easily.
yeah, it's it's crazy. But I'm going to stop talking and let Alan talk a little bit more about his feelings about it.
Yeah, we had fun with the whole. How do I want to put this? Supernatural in the Old West.
Yes, we did.
And then we were clever enough to start drawing upon, okay, what was happening out in the 1860s? We were having influx from China, places over there, because we'd have the gold rush in California. Well,
That is
those
correct.
people come over here, they don't just bring their food and their customs. What if they brought some of their mythological, supernatural beings, followed them out here? Now,
Right.
if we accept that, then we have to also accept that the Native American population and their supernatural beings would also exist.
Right.
And of course, stuff that's coming from Europe. Kiefer himself is Irish. The Irish have their supernatural. So if we accept that all these supernatural beings exist and then bring them in, you end up with the past, folks. And
That's
you're going to
right.
see some wild stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you those creatures' names or beings or who they are right now. No, you're going to have to read the book.
There you go.
But yeah.
We are close to finishing the first draft of the first book.
Oh, we are so close. We are so close.
Alrighty.
Pardon me, I'm sorry. Oh, the water went down the wrong way. But for now and for this week, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it at that. So thank you very much. And hopefully you're going to tune in next week. No, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks. And we'll see you then.
Take care.
Be good.